Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. Today we're looking at Fortuna by Nicholas Mavresis and David Jonathan. A really good little packet effect that packs small, plays big, and is super interesting for your audiences and also easy to perform. There's a lot of good to say about this, so let's just roll the intro and get straight into the review. Perfect, so you decide to stick around, which means you want to learn more about Fortuna. Now, in the simplest way, what is Fortuna? It's a prediction of any of 5 lucky charms that you present to your spectator. That is what Fortuna is in its simplest form. Now, to demonstrate it to you, I'm going to perform it, and I'm going to perform it in its simplest form as well. I'm not going to go over entire scripting, storytelling, offering you information as to every lucky charm, where it's from, some conceptions, some misconceptions of them, which I usually do in performance, but for the purpose of this review, I'll just do a quick run-of-the-mill performance for you. So you introduce this envelope and you tell your spectator that inside you actually have some images of 5 of the most popular lucky charms around the world. You have the caduceus, you have the horseshoe, you have the toomey, you have the elephant, and you have the cornicello. And you present these to your spectator, you place them on the table, and you tell them that they can choose anyone that they want, anyone that they feel connected to, or anyone that they truly believe is a lucky charm for them, or maybe that they have at home. Then, since I don't have a spectator, we're going to choose with a random roll of a die. In this case, it's 5, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be the cornicello. So you then tell the spectator that they had a free choice and that they chose the cornicello. And you ask them if they felt influenced in any way, shape, or form by this outcome. And they would say, no, free choice, right? It was a free choice. But you tell them that since the start, you had this envelope on the table. And at the start, you showed them this envelope for a few seconds. And I don't know if they noticed, but actually in the hand of the person holding the lucky charms, there's actually only the cornicello that is visible. But not only that, all around that hand and all around the border of the envelope is actually small cornicellos and the writing saying cornicello. Now, if you look even deeper here, underneath the lucky charm writing, it says that you will pick the cornicello. So whether or not this choice was free and fair, I definitely think that you got influence from the start to pick the cornicello. So that would be a run-of-the-mill performance, a really quick performance of the effect and what it would look like. Of course, you'd add more layers to it and make it more interactive and fun, but that's essentially what the effect is. Now let's get into the meat of the review. Where do you buy this? How much does it cost? And what do you get? So you can buy this for $29.99 at Penguin Magic. And what you get is this envelope. Inside, you're gonna get another envelope, which contains everything that you need alongside your instructional video. Let's get into the instructional video first. The instructional video is not that long because this is a super simple effect to perform. Now, if you're not aware, I'm gonna have the link of the product in the description. In the actual trailer, they show you how the effect works. So you know what you're getting before you buy, which is why I'm gonna try and cut this review a bit shorter than most because basically the tutorial is almost in the actual trailer for the product. So you get everything that you need to know there. So definitely go check that out. Nonetheless, what you get is a paper clip, this envelope, which is made of paper with the sticker on it. You get a poker chip, you get an extra reveal card, which is also shown in the trailer, and you get your cards, which are made of PVC plastic, so these will last, they will not bend. Really good quality cards, these. So they're really, really good quality. So that is what you get. Now, also, I want to mention that since these are good quality, what about the envelope? The envelope you'll have to take care of. So he recommends that you take kind of a COVID vaccination passport sleeve from Amazon. They're like $5. You take it and you just slice it at the top. You put this envelope inside and you put your paperclip over the vaccination passport holder with this so that even if you place it in your pocket or in your jacket, you will not damage the actual envelope and you will be good to go because as you saw in the performance, one of the reveals is built into the envelope, so you don't really want to ruin it and rip it or not have it maintain itself because you're losing the outcome of one of the reveals. So that is all I have to say about the actual props. Now, what about the difficulty? the difficulty is 0. There is no difficulty in this effect. Probably the only difficult thing is remembering what all the 5 lucky charms mean and where they originate from. So nothing really hard, because you could literally do the effect as I performed it for you, streamlined, quick, and to the point. You'll still get a good effect, even though you don't explain what the story is behind every single one of these. But I personally think it brings a lot more to the effect if you accustom your spectator to this. It adds a bit of interest and a bit of interactivity with the plot. So difficulty wise, it is literal 0. There is no difficulty. If you teach this to someone that has never done magic, they could go perform it as a seasoned pro in less than 10 minutes, right? So super easy. What about practicality? Practicality, again, super practical. Everything fits inside of this envelope. Now again, practicality wise, the only downside is that if this envelope, you do not have a sleeve to protect it, or you don't take care of it, it's gonna ruin and you will lose one of your reveals. Of course, you can just make another envelope, but you will use this beautiful sticker that they placed on it for the reveal, right? So that's definitely a bummer. So the only practicality thing is make sure that you take care of the envelope, because except for that, as you can see, it doesn't take much space. You can go in the top pocket, in a back pocket, in a pocket in front, in your jacket, anywhere. This is super small, so ready to go at any point. And practicality wise as well, I do want to notice that this is better done at a table, because one of the reveals, the best reveal, quote unquote, which is the elephant, as they show in the trailer, it is much better to do it on a table. So I would say that this effect does require a table. So practicality wise, just make sure that you protect your envelope, so you'll have to take care of that if you want to carry around without worrying that it's going to break, and also to have a table. So that's the only things you have to keep in mind regarding practicality with this effect. So what about where to perform this effect? Where would you perform this? I would say literally anywhere with a table. You could do this in a parlor as like a small intro. You could like say that, let's see if we're gonna be lucky tonight. I have here 5 lucky charms. Let's see if we can do something interesting with this. And then you get it correct and you say, I think this is gonna be a very good night. I think that we're really gonna connect with each other. And I think that luck is shining upon me, or something like that. You could definitely do something like that in a parlor show. But apart from that, this works great in restaurant work, table hopping, casual performances, bars, anything like that. Anything with a table, I think if you want to carry this around with you, you can do this effect and it's going to play out great. So that is all I have to say, because there's not much to say about this effect. It is that simple. And since they show everything in the actual trailer of the effect, there's not much more to say about this. We'll just go into the positives, the negatives, my verdict, and end the video. So what are the positives of this effect? It packs small, it plays big. The cards are really good quality. The plot is super interesting. The story behind the plot is super interesting. It's super easy to do. It's gonna connect with people. Also, another positive is I find that pretty much almost all of the outs are great. I think for me, the weakest out is this one that I got in the performance, but I don't still feel that is the weakest of them all. I feel is pretty strong. So the outs are relatively really good, all of them. So if you liked this out and you didn't see it coming, then that means all the other 4 you're gonna love, because in my opinion, they're all better than that one, but I still like that one. So, and the outs are good. So what about the negatives? What are the negatives? There's only 2 negatives. You always need a table to have the best possible performance surface, and you will need to make sure that you always keep the envelope in good hands and you don't spill drinks on it or ruin it, because if you do, at least at the moment of the recording of this video, there is no refill envelope. So if you break this down, it is broken down for good and you'll have to change the way you reveal your last lucky charm. So that is all I have to say about Fortuna. Do I recommend this effect? Yes. If you like it, if you like the plot, you already know what you're getting. From the trailer, from this review, you pretty much know what you are getting, what you're receiving. So you're paying the money for the beautiful props, everything, the envelope, just to be able to go out and perform it straight on. So yes, I do definitely recommend Fortuna. If you're interested by this, I think you will not go wrong. If you like the premise or anything, or if you just want an easy effect that you could do without stressing out or building confidence when going out and perform something really, really cool, I think this definitely ticks all the boxes. I definitely 100% recommend Fortuna. I think it's great. It packs smalls, plays big, it's fun, interactive, a great little effect. For those that like my more numerical value scale for the reviews, I'm giving Fortuna a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason I'm dodging some points is because of the envelope being able to be ruined and you're losing the strength of one of your outs, and also the fact that for some people, you can't do this only in the hands, you do need a table. But apart from that, everything is great in Fortuna. So that's all I have to say about the product. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. I always answer to your comments and we can have some fun discussions. I've seen more people interacting with my reviews and talking about their experience with the product, whether or not I help them in making a better choice for the purchase of the product or not. And I definitely love hearing that. So thank you everyone for watching and subscribing, and I'll see everyone in my next review. Bye bye.